The last known public sale of this coin shocked the numismatic world. A pristine specimen with incredible preservation and deep proof-like surfaces was sold for around $150,000. That's right, a single coin, weighing a few grams of silver, worth as much as a luxury car or even a small house. But for collectors, its value goes far beyond money. It represents a direct connection to the 19th century, to a colonial past, and to the artistry of a lost era. The 1871 50 piso also holds immense symbolic importance. It's a window into the Philippines' economic and political landscape under Spain, a time when coins carried not only monetary, but also imperial significance. Every detail, from the crown arms to the Latin lettering, was meant to project authority, control, and legacy. To hold this coin is to hold a fragment of the Philippines' colonial identity, a story of power and transformation. But why exactly does this coin fetch such astronomical prices? The answer lies in three words: rarity, condition, and demand. First, rarity. Only a few were ever made. Second, condition. Most surviving pieces show some wear, but a gem-quality specimen is almost impossible to find. And third, demand. Collectors of both Spanish and Philippine coins fiercely compete to add this masterpiece to their collections. It's also important to note that the 50 piso denomination itself was unusual for the time. Most coins in circulation were far smaller, 1 peso, 2 pesos, or even 8 reales. A 50 piso coin represented a massive sum in the 19th century, making it impractical for daily transactions. This supports the theory that it was never meant for circulation, but rather struck for ceremonial or presentation purposes. Each time one of these coins appears at auction, it makes headlines in the numismatic world. Collectors from the Philippines, Spain, and beyond place bids not just for profit, but for passion, the chance to own a tangible piece of colonial history. And with each sale, the legend of the 1871 50 piso grows. Today, numismatists and historians continue to study its origins, minting details, and possible mint location. Some believe it was struck at the Madrid Mint, given its exceptional craftsmanship and the reign of King Amadeo I. Others suggest it might have been produced in a colonial mint as a presentation piece. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. The 1871 Philippines 50 piso stands as one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the history of the Philippines. Its story is a reminder that a coin is never just metal. It's a messenger from the past. It tells of kings and empires, trade and artistry, wealth and power. The 187150 piso captures all these elements in one brilliant silver disc. For collectors lucky enough to even see one in person, it's an unforgettable experience. And for those who own one, it's a lifetime achievement, a crown jewel in any collection.
This has made them historically controversial, which adds another layer of intrigue for collectors. Some see them as reminders of dictatorship, others as artifacts of resilience, and many simply as fascinating collectibles with deep historical resonance. Another reason why this coin is so valuable lies in its condition. Coins in circulation suffer scratches, wear, and discoloration, but if a 1974 piso has been preserved untouched, kept in mint condition for decades, then its rarity increases exponentially. Only a handful of such pieces exist, and when collectors compete to own one, the price naturally climbs to astonishing levels. For numismatists, the Philippines 1 piso 1974 coin is not just money, it is a story of power, politics, culture, and chance. Every time a collector holds one, they are holding a slice of Philippine history, and every rare discovery reminds us that hidden treasures can exist in the most unexpected places. A coin once used to buy a simple meal can today be worth the price of a luxury car or even a house. So the next time cross an old coin from the 1970s, don't dismiss it as pocket change. It could be an ordinary piece, or this coin teaches us that numismatics is not only about collecting, it is about preserving heritage, uncovering mysteries, and discovering value where others see none. The Philippines one Piso 1974 coin, worth up to 140,000 US dollars, stands as a shining example of how even the smallest object can carry the greatest stories. The Philippines one Piso coin of 1974 is more than just a piece of money, it is a symbol of history, politics, and national pride. Issued during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos, this coin carried his portrait on the obverse, representing his new society vision. The reverse displayed the national seal, with the sun and 3 stars symbolizing unity across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. For everyday Filipinos, it was just a coin for transport fares or market goods, but for collectors, it has grown into a highly sought-after treasure. What makes this coin extraordinary is its rarity in certain conditions. Most circulated pieces are worth very little today, but rare proof versions and coins, with minting errors such as double strikes or off-center designs, are worth fortunes. In pristine, high-grade condition, some of these coins have sold in auctions for up to 140,000 US dollars. This astonishing leap in value proves how numismatics turns ordinary objects into extraordinary collectibles when history and rarity align. For collectors, the 1974 one Piso is not only a coin but a reminder of a politically charged era in Philippine history. Its high value is a mix of rarity, condition, and demand, showing how a coin, once worth just 1 Piso, can now be worth the price of a house. The lesson is clear: never underestimate old coins, because treasures often hide in plain sight. The 1 Piso 1974 coin remains one of the most fascinating and valuable pieces in modern Philippine numismatics.
Have you ever imagined that an old coin from the Philippines, something that once bought a meal or a ticket, could now be worth over 143,000 US dollars? Yes, we're talking about the 10 Piso coin from 1974. One of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in Philippine numismatic history. Today, we'll uncover the fascinating story behind this rare treasure, how it came to be, why collectors are chasing it, and what makes it worth a small fortune. Let's begin our journey back in time to 1974. During the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos, the Philippines was undergoing rapid changes, both politically and economically. The Central Bank of the Philippines was issuing new designs for coins to reflect the nation's growing sense of pride and modernization. Among them was the 10 Piso coin, a large, bold piece made primarily of copper nickel, designed to celebrate the legacy of President Ferdinand E. Marcos and the development of the country during his administration. On the obverse, the coin proudly bears the portrait of Ferdinand Marcos, with the inscription Pangulo ng Pilipinas on the reverse. We see the national seal, a symbol of sovereignty and unity. It was more than just money. It was a statement of national identity during an era of transformation. However, here's where the story becomes fascinating. Not all 197,410 Piso coins are the same. Most were minted for circulation, but a very limited number were produced as proof or commemorative editions. Some were struck with special dies, using superior quality plankets, resulting in an extraordinary mirror-like finish. These coins were never meant to circulate. They were created for collectors, diplomats, and special presentations. Over the years, many of these special strikes disappeared, melted, or were lost due to political and economic changes. But a few survived. And those surviving examples are the reason this coin has become so valuable today. Now, when it comes to value, a regular 197,410 Piso coin might fetch a few dollars depending on its condition, but the ultra-rare proof coin, certified and graded in near-perfect condition, has stunned the collecting world by selling for up to 143,000 US dollars at international auctions. What makes it that valuable? Rarity, historical context, and pristine preservation. Collector's prize. This coin not only because of its limited mintage but because it represents a specific era of Philippine history, an era marked by political power, cultural change, and economic ambition. It's a snapshot of the 1970s, when the Philippines was pushing for modernization under strong leadership. The coin's scarcity adds to its mystique. Numismatists believe that fewer than a dozen high-grade examples exist in private collections today. Each one has been carefully preserved, encapsulated, and documented, a true gem in the world of rare Philippine currency. But the 10 Piso 1974 coin also serves as a lesson. It reminds ordinary objects can become extraordinary. But the 10 Piso 1974 coin also serves as a lesson. It reminds us how ordinary objects can become extraordinary over time. What was once a simple coin used for everyday transactions has turned into a symbol of heritage, history, and immense value. Coins like this are not just about money. They tell stories of nations, leaders, and eras long gone. The Philippines. 10 Piso 1974 coin stands as a timeless reminder that history can live in the palm of your hand, and sometimes that history is worth over $143,000. Have you ever thought that a coin from the 1970s, something once exchanged for a meal or a ride, could today be worth more than $143,000 US dollars? This is the unbelievable story of the Philippines. 10 Piso coin from 1974. One of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced in the country. It's not just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of history, politics, and prestige. Let's uncover how this simple coin became a golden treasure in the world of collectors. The 10 Piso 1974 coin was introduced during the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos, at a time when the Philippines was pushing for modernization and national identity. The coin's obverse features Marcos himself, with the inscription Pangulo ng Pilipinas, President of the Philippines. The reverse side displays the proud national seal, representing sovereignty and unity. Large and impressive in design, the 10 Piso was one of the highest denominations of the time, and it immediately stood out as a coin of importance. But here's where the mystery begins. Not all 10 Piso 1974 coins are the same. While millions of regular coins were made for everyday use, a very small number were specially struck as proof or commemorative editions. These coins were produced with superior dies and polished surfaces, giving them a mirror-like finish. Many of these proof coins were meant for official gifts, collectors, and international presentations, making them extremely limited. Over the decades, most were lost, melted down, or hidden away, leaving only a few surviving examples in perfect condition. Today, those surviving proof coins are what drive the massive collector demand. A few have appeared in prestigious auctions and shocked the numismatic world by fetching up to $143,000 USD each. Their value comes from their rarity, pristine condition, and historical significance. Each one tells a story of a nation's ambition, the legacy of a powerful leader, and the artistry of Philippine minting during the 1970s. For collectors, owning one is like holding a piece of living history, a reminder of an era long gone. So if you ever come across a 1974 10 Piso coin, take a close look. Check for its shine, detail, and finish, because you might be holding one of the rarest coins in the Philippines. What was once a simple currency has now become a priceless collectible. The 10 Piso 1974 coin teaches us that time can transform ordinary things into extraordinary treasures in the palm of. Second, their limited mintage means very few examples were ever made, and even fewer have survived in perfect condition. Finally, their collector demand, as interest in Philippine coins continues to grow globally, has driven prices higher year after year. Beyond the numbers, however, this coin tells a deeper story. It represents courage in the face of tyranny, hope in a time of despair, and the resilience of a nation determined to reclaim its freedom. H198350 Piso Coin is a silent witness to a defining chapter in Philippine history, a tangible reminder of sacrifice and national rebirth. Collectors who own this coin don't just hold metal, they hold a piece of history, a symbol of a man who dared to speak the truth and a people who refused to remain silent. And for those lucky enough to find one in mint condition, perhaps tucked away in an old collection, a family heirloom, or a forgotten bank set, it could be worth far more than anyone imagines. Today, the 1983 Philippines 50 Piso coin continues to fascinate both historians and numismatists alike. Its design, its symbolism, and its rarity make it one of the crown jewels of modern Philippine coinage. Whether displayed in a collector's case or safely preserved in a vault, it remains a powerful emblem of freedom and remembrance. The Philippines 50 Piso coin of 1983 is one of the most remarkable and emotionally powerful coins in the nation's history. Issued by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, it was created to honor Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., the opposition leader whose tragic assassination that same year ignited a revolution and ultimately led to the restoration of democracy in the Philippines. The coin's obverse features Ninoy's dignified portrait with the year 1983 and his full name inscribed around it, while the reverse proudly bears the national seal and denomination 50 Piso, struck mainly in silver and silver nickel. This coin stands out not only for its stunning design, but also for its symbolic meaning, a tribute to courage, sacrifice, and national pride. What makes this coin truly extraordinary is its rarity. Only a limited number of proof versions were ever minted, reserved for collectors and commemorative purposes. These proof strikes were made with exceptional detail and shine, and when preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, they have become some of the most sought-after Philippine coins among numismatists. Over the years, the value of these rare 1983 50 Piso coins has skyrocketed, with some graded and authenticated examples selling for as much as $163,000. Their high value reflects not only their scarcity, but also their deep historical and emotional significance. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1983 50 Piso coin is a symbol of resilience and remembrance. It tells the story of a man who gave his life for freedom and a nation that found strength through loss. For collectors, owning this coin is like holding a piece of history.
That's the equivalent of millions
of pesos for a coin many people might not even glance at twice. It serves as a reminder of how the ordinary can transform into the extraordinary under the right circumstances. But beyond its monetary value, the 10 Piso 2005 coin tells a story of Filipino pride, featuring Bonifacio and Mabini side by side. It reminds us of the sacrifices and ideals that built the foundation of the nation. Each time someone holds this coin, they are not just holding a piece of metal, they are holding a tribute to history, a work of art, and a national symbol. The coin's outer ring and golden center symbolize unity. Two different metals fused together to create something stronger. Just as the Philippines unites diverse regions and cultures into one nation. For collectors, the thrill of searching for this coin is part of the adventure. Imagine looking through your change and suddenly realizing that the 10 Piso in your hand is no ordinary piece, but a rare 2005 era coin worth a life-changing sum. This possibility fuels the passion of hobbyists across the Philippines and beyond. It is the hope of finding hidden treasure in plain sight that keeps the world of numismatics alive and exciting. In conclusion, the 2005 Philippine 10 Piso coin is more than just money. It is a symbol of independence, a piece of art, and a collector's dream. For most people, it remains just a coin in their pocket. But for the lucky few who hold one of the rare variants, it can be worth as much as a luxury car, a house, or even more. It is proof that history, rarity, and passion can transform a simple coin into a treasure, valued at 150,000 US dollars. So the next time you come across a 10 Piso coin, look closely. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands. The Philippine 10 Piso coin of 2005 may look like an ordinary piece of currency, but hidden among the millions produced are rare examples, worth a life-changing fortune. This bimetallic coin, with its golden center and silver-colored ring, features two of the nation's greatest heroes, Andres Bonifacio and Apolinario Mabini. While most circulated freely in the hands of everyday Filipinos, a few rare variants and error strikes have captured the attention of collectors worldwide, with some examples valued at an astonishing 150,000 US dollars. What makes this coin so valuable is a combination of rarity, minting anomalies, and pristine condition. Some pieces show double strikes, misaligned designs, or other errors that make them unique. Add to this the fact that collectors crave coins preserved in perfect, uncirculated condition, and suddenly, what seems like a simple 10 Piso coin can transform into an incredible treasure. These rare characteristics have turned ordinary change into one of the most sought-after coins in Philippine numismatics. Beyond its market value, the 2005 10 Piso coin carries deep symbolism. By honoring Bonifacio, the father of the Philippine Revolution, and Mabini,